a lot of younger clients, they are very entrepreneur. They quit their full-time job and they are in the midst of doing a startup. And you know, a lot of people, they don't declare tax.
Yes.
Yeah, so my advice to them is to just say.
Alright, what's up guys? We are here today with Dulcie. She's a special guest today. Dulcie has been in the property industry for 7 years. She's an expert on all matters relating to properties. And if you are in the Serangoon Garden region, you would see her everywhere. She is on YouTube, she's on bus ads, she's on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere you'll find her. So if you guys want to check out Dulcie, we'll have her links in the description below. Alright, okay, I have a question for y'all. What kind of house would you buy as your first house? And what kind of house do you see yourself living in 10 years from now?
I think my first house will be a HDB. Yeah.
What kind?
I probably buy under BTO lah, the BTO grant. Yeah.
But you need to find a partner, right?
No, 35 then can.
I'm scared, I just met you. Okay, yeah, I mean, hopefully I can find a partner then, but I will hopefully able to buy under BTO lah, yeah. But need to wait like 6-7 years.
Actually, I have one tip for you.
Okay.
You go CMB, Coffee Meets Bagel, right? Now a lot of guys are finding partner to register for BTO. Maybe you can try that.
But CMB, the ad like not very
The quality not good, yeah?
No, the quality is good, that's why. But use Tinder, this guy, the quality not so good, better.
Yeah, so back to the topic of getting a BTO, profiting from it. I think it's very common. So, by the way, I have a lot of transaction in Bidadari, Bartley, Potong Pasir. So a lot of lucky owners, they got the HDB just directly next to the MRT. Definitely they can sell for profit. I even have owners who maybe stay in Tampines. I haven't even MOP, but we managed to appeal to help them sell. Even they just stayed only 1 or 2 years due to medical condition, due to staying very far apart from parents and having to shuttle the kids here and there. So it's possible to sell even before your MOP.
Oh, I didn't know about this.
Wow. So you have to appeal to HDB lah.
And then also to BP, ministers, but you will get rejected a few times before they grant you the permission to sell.
What are some good reasons to...
Always medical conditions or, like distance between the parents' flat and your flat, and you have to shuttle your kids in between.
See guys, these are the tips,
Yeah,
before MOP.
so...
Is housing prices in Singapore something you all are concerned about?
I mean, okay, the prices is constantly increasing, right? So, I mean, like, look at the figures. I think so. I never ever earned like 300k in my life. I mean, it's a lot lah. So like, I mean, it's definitely a cause for concern. But I believe if you work in a CPF, at least you can pay it over time. And it's always have been this case, right? I think the resale market is higher, but like the BTO is like significantly affordable to
Still about
newly
average
weds.
300k. I feel it's a concern though, because like recently I watched quite a few news, right? They stated that there are different areas the HDB started to sell for 1 mil or like 1.4 mil,
Yes,
1.2
yes,
mil.
yes.
So it's like you can use this amount to probably get a condo.
Yeah,
rather than-
true.
Yeah.
True, but I think it's also the square footage, and they feel that by getting a HDB, they have more space for families. So I think it's more of concern for families. Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because I actually have a picture of this place. It sold for 1.4 million.
Oh.
So this was at Dawson.
Wow.
So it's like a loft,
Like a loft,
was it?
yeah.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So Dawson is also a prime area. Yeah,
No
correct.
wonder.
If you guys have a house like this, find Dulcie.
I would love to market that.
I like this kind of houses there, like high ceiling.
Yes.
You walk in so spacious.
But when you say 300k, you never see in your life.
I mean, like
4.4 million.
slowly, back lower.
Now I will be very rich.
Which age group do you all think is most impacted by the housing prices in Singapore?
I think it's like our age group, like those just started working.
Sorry, how old are you?
I'm 26. Yeah, so like just finished uni, started working, like go to the workforce, and then like especially after COVID, right, a lot of people like they retrench, they want to start their own business, right? So this kind of transitional period where you are employed to you start your own business, right? So this age group are around us, right? Like,
Yeah, for these people, because CPF will evaluate your income, right? So if let's say you're out of job, you want to start your business or what do you advise for this?
Actually, it's more on HDB. So a lot of younger clients, they are very entrepreneur. They quit their full-time job and they are in the midst of doing a startup. And you know, a lot of people, they don't declare tax.
Yes.
Yeah. So my advice to them is to start declaring tax at least 6 months worth. Okay. Maybe you can start giving yourself director fees and then the amount of CPF they contribute to yourself. So
is there an optimum amount you would recommend?
It really depends on the content of the HDB flat that you want to purchase.
Okay.
Yeah. Then of course, upon consultation, they'll tell you what is the optimum salary you should give yourself.
I see.
Yes, correct. So one more thing is that let's say if you are self-employed, always take note that you always have a haircut of 30%. Meaning to say that let's say if you earn, let's say 100k, so the bank will treat that you are earning 70k, so they're based on 70k to loan you that amount of money. Yeah.
So this is this is a
like
consideration for self-employed people.
Yes, correct. I would guess that a lot of the young couples, maybe instead of going for the condos, they will go for HDB in a prime location.
Make more sense.
Yeah, I even have a primary school friends who told me that, I actually bought a resale in, this Pinnacle at Duxton. I said, why do you want to buy at such a high price? She said, because it's just like walking distance to my office. So she stayed at Punggol. We used to stay at Punggol. And then she decided to move to Tanjong Pagar, Pinnacle. Giving the reason that she just wanted to be very close to the office. So instead of using the 1 million to purchase a condo back then, she decided for a Pinnacle at Duxton.
But that place is also quite beautiful lah. Yeah.
High floor. I mean, it's like, wow, you have the city skyline, so beautiful at night. Yeah.
For those who, let's say, they don't have this option, they cannot buy a $1 million house. If let's say they want to buy a BTO, right? Do you think there are ways that they can save money? Do you have any tips for people who...
Well, I would say that, BTO is quite standardized pricing from the government. I would say it's also luck plays a part. Okay. Some people are very lucky.
Yeah.
They get the high floor, next to MRT, future downstairs got coffee shops. Very, very lucky. Some not lucky get balance units.
I think one of the way to save money is also taking bank loan instead of HDB loans. That's what because last time in OCBC, right, I do the housing loans under the Department of Housing Loans. I know that typically HDB have a fixed rate of I think 2.8%. 2.6%. Then but like for banks, right, they have a rate as low as 1.75, but then you increase annually.
But for your info, because now we are in the month of mid-September, right? From the month of July, the bank rates, right, has actually steadily come up to at least maybe 2.8 at the time. Then now it's about 3 point something.
Wow.
So even higher than the HDB concessionary rate.
Wow.
Thanks. That's impossible.
I heard there's a grant, right, that when we stay near our parents, they will subsidize certain things.
Yeah, that's called the proximity housing grant.
How much do they
up to 30k, and then just take note that PR is not eligible for any grant. Only for Singapore citizen.
Yeah, that's a good thing also.
Yeah.
So if you buy your house near your parents, it's cheaper.
They'll get some grant. Yeah.
Purchase price still the same, but it's just that they give you a housing grant.
Okay.
How do you feel the Singapore market for housing compares to like Malaysia, compares to like other cities like Hong Kong, Taiwan, this kind?
I would say that we are comparing to Hong Kong, because Hong Kong is very similar to us. Hong Kong price is still on the higher side. We are still catching up, but we are not in a housing bubble yet.
Okay.
So for example, I have a Hong Kong tenant staying in Singapore. He says that in Hong Kong, for a 300 plus square feet, he is paying about at least 1.5 million Sing dollars. The rental is I think only about 2005. So rental yield is not that much.
As compared to Singapore, how much is the 300 plus square feet?
Easily, if it's a 99, or you can get it less than maybe 800k lah.
Wow, it's like almost twice in Hong Kong.
Yeah, correct. So I would say that Hong Kong prices are very high. Luckily, we are not at that stage yet. So I think there was an article, it was quite interesting, that to be able to purchase a house in Hong Kong, you need to earn at least, they say that 1.7 million is the minimum purchase price.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, do you think it's a bubble in Hong Kong?
Yeah, of course. Bubble
Okay.
in Hong Kong is like, has been there for centuries, you know, it's like, they
And
even
it's not popping,
they do not have subsidies from the government. But for young couples, they don't have such things like BTO.
So
So a lot of
we are
things
lucky.
that we do not know, you know, in the Hong Kong housing market, we take it for granted.
Mm.
So I think we are quite blessed that the government still supports the housings, you know, by, you know, doing a HDB flats for us, subsidized flats. Whereas if you are staying in Hong Kong, you are born poor, you graduate, you are paying high rental, you're not able to save enough money to buy a house in Hong Kong. That's a real situation.
Yeah,
So a lot of times the parents need to pay for the house for their kids if they get married.
yeah, because you're comparing it to like different cities, right? Like Tokyo, all this, right? Their houses are smaller, their rental are higher. So I think in Singapore, although the pricing, right, are areas of concern, right, for newlyweds or people of our age group, right? I think we are not that bad already because like our government actually help us.
Yes.
Yeah, help us a lot.
You know, due to politics reasons, right, there are a lot of Chinese from Taiwan and China, right? About 500 elites from these countries, right? They are coming to Singapore, and this, right, what would they will do, right? Because they are very, very rich. So this will probably push the whole economy for the housing up, push the market up.
Will that be a problem because they'll probably buy the higher end houses,
Yes,
right?
yes, you're
But
right.
the higher end houses will also kind of pull the rest up.
So of course, even if let's say today Orchard Road, you know, somebody were to purchase 10 million right now, okay, next 5 to 10 years, of course the owner who had purchased the property 10 million, he will expect to profit maybe at least 15 million to 60 million. So to have that kind of buyer profile to buy that $60 million condo, right, we really need the foreigners to support our market pricing. Yeah, without the foreigners, the ultra rich foreigners, it's very tough to support the luxury market.
That means it helps us if they come in and buy, is it?
Definitely.
It helps the younger people who...
No, it doesn't help the younger generation of Singapore. It just helps to generate more transactions for the luxury segment in our
But
property.
will this in some way negatively affect the younger generation who are trying to get a small house?
Actually, what is affecting our mass market right now, it's the number of highly transacted prices for HDB. That is affecting the young ones today, affecting also the average income families to purchase resale flat. So those who are buying HDB, do engage your agent, you know, to make sure that you are not paying such a high COV. So probably you can also ask the agents to do a average, you know, valuation report of that HDB housing first. You know, an indicative valuation before you put down your deposit for this house. Yeah. So of course it's a good time for sellers to sell right now. But I feel sorry for the buyers sometimes. Yeah, because those are the average income group. And I felt that they shouldn't be penalized. Of course, for those who are looking to upgrade, they will wish to profit from their HDB.
Yeah.
So I think it's a domino effect. So if you ask for government intervention about selling record high prices for HDB flat, I don't think they will step in because again, it's a free market, and of course those who manage to sell at record prices, you know, of course the sellers are able to use that cash to upgrade to condo. It's also a beneficial for them.
That's true.
So we still need that kind of healthy transactions to support our property market.
Okay, so it seems we are all in agreement that while the property prices in Singapore are pretty steep, it's quite comparable to other cities similar to Singapore. And also the government has provided a lot of subsidies to help the people buy their properties.
Yes.
So in general, we feel probably property prices are reasonable. What do you guys think? Do you think it's reasonable or do you think it's still very expensive? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.